You're ready for Halloween, the pumpkin's carved, you've got the trick or treats, your costume's ready, and then you realise you've got no necklace. But don't panic, I know what we'll do. Let's make a spider pendant. Now this is a really simple project and perfect for a last minute Halloween accessory. So the materials you need are 0.4mm diameter copper wire, which is 26 gauge, a head pin and 2 beads, and I've got an 8mm and 10mm black bead here. And the tools you need are a wire twister, your wire cutters, flat nose pliers and round nose pliers, and then optionally your jeweller's torch and tweezers. So I'm going to start with a 0.4mm diameter wire. And I've got about 1 metre here, but I know that will create more than I need. You're probably only going to need about 70 or 80 centimetres. I've folded it in half and I'll attach both ends to the wire twister tool. And then I'm going to fix the centre of the wire around my gizmo. This is just to hold it, and you could use a doorknob or something like that. And then holding it taut, I'm going to twist that wire. And I want this to be a really tight twist, so I'm just going to keep twisting until the wire breaks. And we're nearly there. There we go. I hope you can see that's a really nice tight twist. The end of the wire where the twister tool was tends to be a little bit tighter than everywhere else, so I'm just going to trim that off. And then I want just over 8 centimetre lengths, so I think that should be about 3.5 inches. And once I've got one cut, I can then use that to measure the others. I need 4 lengths in total. And then to stop the ends scratching your skin, I'm just going to ball the ends. So I'm just going to use my torch, and this does happen really quickly because it's quite fine wire. So you just need to be careful that you don't overheat it. And I'm going to ball both ends of all 4 wires. And don't forget to quench them to cool them down. Now if you don't have a torch or just don't want to ball the ends, you can use your flat nose pliers and holding the very end of the wire and bend it over and keep bending and then clamp it so it's turning back on itself. This still provides a fairly neat end. I've then oxidised my wire and my head pin just to give a bit of a darker look, and we're ready to start assembling the spider. So I'll start by putting the largest bead on the head pin, and that's going to be the spider's abdomen. And then I'll take one of the wires and bend it in half. I then want to wrap this the whole way around the head pin. And I'm taking note of which wire I'm crossing over. The legs will cross at the back, and I want to bring that wire round and keep the 2 ends even and just have them so they're pointing upwards and they're almost at a 90-degree angle. I'll then do the same with all of the other wires, and I want each of the wires to cross in the same way. This can be a little bit fiddly, but just get those wires as tight as you can and keep the legs even. And once you've got those final legs on, try to make sure that the wires are all straight and the legs are all an even length. And then I'll pop the other bead on for the spider's head. And I want to push all of this as close together as possible. That will keep the legs tight. Then I can bend over the end of the head pin, trim it, and create a loop to hang it from. I then just need to make these legs look like spider's legs. So I'm going to try and get them as straight as I can. And then I want to put a bend in about 1/3 of the way along, but it can be a little bit less than that coming out from the spider's body. And I'm going to bend those wires down. And then I'll do exactly the same the other side. And then with the remaining length, I'm going to bend them again about in half. And I'm bending this in the same direction as before. Do exactly the same on the other side. And then I just need to arrange the legs. So the back legs can come down quite a way. And then the second pair just a little way down. I can move the top pair upwards. And you can just keep fiddling with the legs until you've got them how you want them. And once you're happy with the shape, the spider's finished. Boo!